in. Great dig by Ketchy, keeps it alive. Watson tips it over, gets the kill. Wildcats take. Fans, welcome into the Wildcat Center on the campus of Johnson Wales University as we have women's volleyball action tonight. A pair of defending national champions facing off as the Wildcats take on Bob Jones. The Bruins, winners of the NCC SA Division II national champions last year. Wildcats, obviously, USCAA Division II national champions. So we should have a good one here tonight. We'll turn you over to our public address announcer, Chris Plano, and they'll have our starting lineups and national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Johnson & Wales University Wildcat Center, where tonight your Wildcats host the Bruins from Bob Jones University. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country and the men and women who serve it with the playing of this evening's national anthem. I am your public address announcer, Chris Plano, welcoming you to the Wildcat Center Gym. Now for the starting rosters for tonight's women's volleyball match. First for the visiting Bruins of Bob Jones University. A freshman, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, number 1, Rachel Pattisall. Junior, Greenville, South Carolina, number 2, Jenna Bush. Freshman, Twins Fall, Idaho, number 3, Victoria Glaze. Junior, Fort Myers, Florida, number 4, Brittany Anand. Southmore, Kissimmee, Florida, number 5, Brooke Beaver. Freshman, West Palm Beach, Florida, number 6, Hannah Prince. Southmore, Anderson, Indiana, number 7, Abby Plew. A senior, Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, number 8, Selena Walker. A junior, Greenville, South Carolina, number 9, Catherine Ring. Senior, Chicago, Illinois, number 10, Lauren Munkenschnabel. A junior, Great Falls, Montana, number 11, Jamie Grimes. Freshman, Charleston, South Carolina, number 12, Savannah Nissen. A freshman, Royal Palm Beach, Florida, number 15, Emma Riddle. And a junior from Okinawa, Ohio, number 16, Laura Gaston. Bob Jones University, head coach by Dr. Vicki Denny. She's assisted by Lou Denny, Krista Schilting, and Danielle Heffernan. All right, Wildcat fans, let's get on your feet and greet your defending USCAA Women's Volleyball National Champions, your Johnson & Wales Wildcats. A freshman, Kennesaw, Georgia, number 1, Natalie Carpenter. Senior, Waldorf, Maryland, one of the team co-captains, number 2, Tanaya Scott. Freshman, Chardon, Ohio, number 3, Isabel Lemaster. Freshman, Paw Paw, Illinois, number 5, Riley Rose. A freshman, Maple Grove, Minnesota, number 6, Emily Ahrens. A sophomore, Taylor, South Carolina, number 7, Demaya Scott. Junior, Spring Lake, North Carolina, team co-captain, number 8, Moana Reed. Southmore, Branchville, South Carolina, number 11, Lenasia Felder. Freshman, Chesterfield, Virginia, number 12, Caitlin Jerriman. A junior, Swansea, South Carolina, number 13, Ayana Favor. A sophomore, Boone, North Carolina, number 16, Taylor Walker. And a senior, Gastonia, North Carolina, number 18, Tiana Eason. Your Wildcats are coached in her 10th season by Callie Phillips. She's assisted in her 7th season by Markeisha Claiborne. The team manager is Haley Miles.
All right, fans, there you have it. Starting lineups for this one here tonight. Bob Jones comes into this game 23-3. Their last match was a tri-match back on October the 19th, so the first action almost a week for the Bruins. They beat Pikeville and Piedmont International each by 3-0 scores. Wildcats, this is their third match in 4 nights as they took down Ferrum College 3-1 on Tuesday night after dispatching Bluefield State 3-0 on Monday night. A couple weeks ago down in Greenville, Bob Jones got the better of the Wildcats by a 3-0 score. So Johnson Wales will be looking to get even up the ledger tonight in this one. And for the call of tonight's action, we'll turn you over to the voice of the Wildcats, Kelly Turner.
All right, you heard it here first. Got a good matchup here tonight. Competition level for the Wildcats kind of been building all week. First you get the winless Bluefield State, and then you move up to Ferrum College, who had 4 wins on the season, and now you get 23 wins with Bob Jones. So the competition this week definitely ramped up here.
Some folks are asking me about Bob Jones earlier today. I said this is probably the best team the Wildcats will face all season. So good measure and stick opportunity for Johnson & Wales here as they look to head into postseason play. USCAA national tournament bids will come out on Halloween, a week from last night. So the Wildcats will be anxiously awaiting to see if they get a bid, and we all anticipate they are, and what their seed will be. And they'll be heading up to Virginia Beach the second week in November.
All right, Wildcats send this one away. It's Natalie Carpenter in the black libero jersey. Wildcats on the right side of your screen in pink. And Bruins of Bob Jones in black on your left. And that's Ayanna Favor getting the Wildcats the first point. Out on the floor for Bob Jones, number 3, Victoria Glaze. Number 4, Brittany Anand. Number 5, Brooke Beaver. In the blue libero jersey, Selena Walker, who received that serve. Also number 15, Emma Riddle. And number 16, Laura Gaston. Great dig from Carpenter. Scott able to play it over. Beaver to the back line. Ahrens is there. Tanai Scott plays it across.
Also a nice one-handed pass there by Carpenter.
That one put right beside Carpenter for the kill. That was Gaston. Big swing there. Brooke Beaver, left side of your screen to serve. Played over from Tanai Scott. Big swing, that one out. So that time Riddle hits that one a little bit long. Taylor Walker, Big Country checking in for Emily Ahrens. Moana Reed back to serve. Sends it middle. Short set off the block. And it's a Wildcats point. The block from Scott in favor.
Nice work there from Ayanna and Tanaya. Going up tall to get the block and blocked it right into an open place in the court. All the Bruins had sucked up to the net.
They set Glaze. Dig from Scott. And played over by Demai Scott. Go right back to Glaze off the net. Diving for it was Carpenter. And it falls to the floor for the Bruins point. Number 9, Catherine Ring checking in for Walker of Bob Jones. Serve off the tape. That'll be an ace for Laura Gaston. That ties it 3-all early in this first set. Again, for just tuning in, Johnson & Wales in pink, Bob Jones Bruins in black on the left side of your screen.
This is the final match of Dig Pink Week for the Wildcats.
Reed, short set for Scott. Off the tip. They look across for Glaze again. This time they look for Walker off the block. Reed is there. Wildcats are reset. They go right back to Walker. Gets it blocked right back. Wildcats will try again. Oh, nobody there. Hey, Demai Scott and Natalie Carpenter looking at each other like, who's going to get it?
Scott and Carpenter both turned their heads away from the ball, so no one saw where the ball was. Kind of hard to hit it if you don't know where it is.
Gaston the serve, right to Carpenter at the net. Quickly, oh, the dig! And Demai Scott tips it over. Wildcats reset on defense. Demai Scott there again. Favor rises up. And it'll be a Wildcats point. They get,
I think they're going to have Ring in the net.
Yep, Ring in the net. Walker back in for Gaston. Riley Oros checking in for Favor. She'll be back to serve. That one bumped over from Glaze. Oros looking for Walker, looking for the back corner. Beavers there. And the swing from Riddle can't get over the net. Oros again back to serve. Wildcats leading by 1.
They get a rotation violation there as Bob Jones had someone in the wrong spot.
So 3-point for the Wildcats.
So
They'll gladly
easiest
take
ace of Riley's life right there.
Oros was one ace away on Monday from setting the school record. That one can't get over the net again. Riddle struggling to find her swing here early in this first set. Wildcats go up by 3. Oros again to serve. That one's sent out of bounds. Oros returns to Favor. Number 10, Lauren Mukenschnabel checking in. She'll be back to serve for the Bruins. Received by Oros. Reed looking for Demai Scott. Walker's there. Tapped over from Glaze. Reed able to get to it in time, and they're going to get the violation.
Milana ran underneath the net.
Yep. It was either Scott or Reed. Both were kind of under that net. They get Milana Reed with the call. Mukenschnabel again back to serve. So 2 quick points for the Bruins, brings them back within 1. And that one right at the net. Diving forward is Reed, puts it right back over. Bruins will set. And good play there. They catch him off guard. It was Brittany Anand.
Anand dumped the set there and found the circle of the campfire between all 6 Wildcats. Bob Jones ties this one up at 7.
And that serve in the net. Subs will check in. Lemaster and Eason coming in for the Wildcats to replace Carpenter and Tanai Scott. It'll be Eason back to serve. They set Glaze. Big swing. Eason was there. Oh, it's a kill! Oh, the team gets hyped for that one.
Coach Phillips also very excited as Tiana got the dig and then the kill.
Trying to do it again. Reed ready this time. And that one, and it was good eye. Eason playing very well. Got the dig in the kill and then let that one smartly go out of bounds. Wildcats back up by 3. Send that one to the right. On the move. And they get the tip. Goes right back to the Bruins. That one off the hands of Reed. Past the scorer's table. Tanai Scott back in. It'll be Glaze now to serve for Bob Jones. Receive from Oros. Reed able to get to it. Demai Scott, some traffic to get through. Had to get around Reed, and that one went behind the antenna.
It was a moving screen in basketball, Moana said there.
So Victoria Glaze again with the serve. They set Walker. A big swing, puts it right by Glaze on the back line.
Big Country winding one up there, putting it away for the kill.
Aarons checks in for Walker. And Aarons will be back to serve for the Wildcats. And looking for the back line, just a little bit long.
That one sailed just a hair long for Aarons.
Laura Gaston back in for Ring. It'll be the libero, Selena Walker, to serve. See from Aarons, Reed. Short set for LeMaster, quickly put down off the arm of Muchenschnabel.
Boy, LeMaster just seems to get better match by match here towards the end of her freshman year.
Favor back in for Oros. Demai Scott back to serve.
She earned EMAC Player of the Week honors this week.
Demai Scott sets Reed, tips it up and over. Getting to it was Beaver, and a big swing through the middle. Aarons is ready. Favor rises up. Walker there for the Bruins. They look for Beaver again. And a great save there, Demaya Scott. They're going to get the double on the Wildcats. Nevertheless, great effort from Demaya Scott. Laying out for it. Emma Riddle checks in for Muchenschnabel for the Bruins. It'll be Anand with the serve. Quickly put down by Riddle, who just checked in. There's a soft touch there from Favor.
That ball a little bit away from where Favor would like it to make the attack. She did well to get it over the net, but the Bruins are right there.
Anand again with the serve, right to LeMaster, off the net. Reed couldn't turn her body in time to get to it. And now Bob Jones with their first lead in this first set. Reed looking for Favor, couldn't get it over the net, 4 hits. So Anand putting some good serves out there. Aarons unable to control it. There's an ace. So Anand is giving the Bruins a big boost here midway through this first set. They now lead by 3.
4 straight points off of her serves.
Yep. Sends a soft one, Aarons this time. Scott looking for the back corner, played up by Glaze. They set it across to Beaver, puts it right between the law firm. And we'll get a Wildcat timeout. Wildcats had the lead majority of the first set, now find themselves down by 4. We'll be back here in a minute.
And we're back out of the timeout with Bob Jones up 16-12. Teams are back ready to go with Brittany Anand.
So Anand still back to serve. We'll see if the Wildcats have an answer. Well, that'll do coming out of the timeout. They'll take the freebie. Natalie Carpenter back in for LeMaster. Carpenter to serve. And good swing there from Beaver. Puts it right by Carpenter. And now Beaver will be back to serve.
Beaver leads Bob Jones 277 kills on the season.
And back-to-back freebies on the serve. First it was Anand and then Beaver send it sailing out of bounds. Big Country back in for Aaron's. Moana Reed now to serve. And Gaston gets the kill.
Wildcats were in the net regardless.
Catherine Ring checking in for Selena Walker. It'll be Gaston to serve. Wow. 3 service errors there.
Is there a wind blowing from
Man.
north to south in the gym tonight?
So Walker quickly back in for Gaston.
I mean,
and Riley Oros in
3
for
in a
favor.
row that have just been well long.
I mean, you get a point and then you give a free one away. And the ace for Oros.
So some uncharacteristic errors from the Bruins have kind of let Wildcats hang around here.
That one put in play, back from Beaver. Nice Scott tips it up. Walker digs it. Off the hand of Walker, out of bounds.
Nice anticipation by Tanaya a couple times there. She saw the play developing and saw where she might be able to get a ball past the Bruins, and that's exactly what happened.
Tipped up by Ring. Wildcats are ready. Scott looking to catch him off guard. The one-handed stab from Walker, and she gets up to play it across.
3 Bruins hit the floor there.
And that hit just wide. They had the open spot on the floor, just couldn't find it. And we're tied up at 18 all. And that's going to force a Bob Jones timeout. We'll be back here in a minute.
So we're back out of the timeout, 18-18. Wildcats have tied it up.
So to get us back in play, Riley Oros with the serve again. They look across for Glaze, and they block. It was Big Country and Tanaya Scott setting up shop there.
The Wildcats have nosed back in front again, 19-18 as we getting toward the latter stage of this first set.
All the way in the back row, that was Beaver and Reed. Woo, boy! Moana Reed puts it right by Beaver in the corner for the kill.
Yeah, Moana doesn't get to show off her hitting skills that much because she's usually assisting, setting up other players, but Moana can bring it. She actually leads the team in hitting percentage.
Number 1, Rachel Patasol just checked in for Anand. And diving for it is Reed, and it finds the floor for the Bruins point.
Smart play by Ring there. She saw the hole right in the middle of the floor and just lifted it right over the block to the open space.
Rukenschnabel back in for Riddle. She'll be back to serve. Wildcats up by 1 nearing the end of this thrilling first set. Receive from Oros. Reed sets to Maya Scott through the block. Kept alive. Played up by, oh no, couldn't get it over the net. Ring had a chance at it. The subs will check in for the Wildcats, Easton and LeMaster. Easton back in. Early in their set, she had a dig and a kill in one play, and then had a good eye on one play to let the ball go out of bounds.
Senior from Gastonia.
Puts it right at Walker. Good save from Patisol and off the hands of the Wildcats.
Gives us a chance to let everybody know we have Senior Day coming up on Saturday. It is a tri-match. Wildcats take on Lenore Community College at 12 and then Mid-Atlantic Christian at 4. Senior Day ceremonies will happen before the 12 p.m. game.
And off the hands of Oros, nobody there for the Wildcats. We're tied up again, 21-all.
It's also Senior Day for men's and women's soccer. 1 o'clock for the women, 3:15 for the men against Christendom.
Glaze with the serve. A one-handed set. LeMaster reaches all the way back for it. They set Beaver the block from Country, and LeMaster. Nice Scott in the back row. Reed sets Walker. Couldn't get it over the net. And now Bob Jones back up by 1.
We'll have both volleyball and soccer for you. Video only for the soccer or for volleyball. I'll be out at soccer calling that action.
And I have other duties to attend to the weekend, so good dig there and the save. The short set on the runner. Ring putting it right by Scott, who was working one way towards the line. And we get a Wildcat timeout. Bruins now up by 2, looking to close out this first set. We'll be back here in a minute.
So we're back out of the timeout, 23-21. Bob Jones in his back and forth first set. As Catherine Ring has put them on top by 2 here in the closing stages.
With the serve. Wildcats got to focus in here, tie it up. And off the hands of Oros. Set point here for the Bruins. Glaze sends it left side. Tanai Scott receives. The set for Walker. And they're going to get a Bruin in the net. Wildcats point.
I think they're going to call Beaver in the net there.
They stay alive. It'll be Aarons checking in. Back to serve. Wildcats still got a hole here. Another set point opportunity for the Bruins if they can capitalize. Ring finds the campfire, and they'll take the first set 25-22. Both teams will switch sides. We'll be back here in 3 minutes.
All right, we're back here ready for set number 2. Bob Jones took the first one 25-22. Wildcats are going to hope to even things up here in set number 2. Teams switch sides of the court.
So while we got a minute, while they're checking the rotation, we got a big birthday today out there.
Oh, yeah? Whose birthday is it?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Wow,
Nice.
43 years old. What a guy.
43, man. Doesn't look a day over 35. Nobody else's birthday today?
It's hard to think, man. I mean,
I got you.
I don't know.
Well, happy birthday
oh,
to Ryan.
that's who it is. It's Haley Franklin.
The
Furious
one. Oh, wow.
Man. If she's
Imagine
tuning into
that.
this one, happy birthday, Haley Franklin.
Okay.
So set to get this one started. Selena Walker serves it up. Now, big swing. Aaron's able to recover. Favor puts it from the back line. Walker collides with Glaze, and it'll be Wildcats getting on the board first.
The Wildcats get the first point of game number 2, just like they did game number 1. That was a real struggle for them down in Greenville. The Wildcats got behind big early in both games 1 and game number 2. And
Taylor Walker back in. Walker receives for the Bruins. And Demai Scott sets Walker right at the net. Oh, Scott had a chance at it. Mistimed it just a little bit.
the ball just happened to glance off of a Bruin player. I don't know who it was exactly, and just popped right over the net, and Tanaya just couldn't quite get a hand on it to do anything with it.
Emma Riddle back in. And that serve out of bounds.
That was a close one. Natalie Carpenter let that one go, and it sailed just long.
Riley Oros in for favor. Oros back to serve. Sends it middle. Walker receives the set from Patisol to Riddle, and the block from Scott. And they're going to say 4 hits, so it didn't clear the net. Diving for it was Beaver. They'll get the double. Wildcats back up by 3.
Another strong start to this set by Johnson and Wales.
3's been, I think, the largest lead. We'll see if they can break through and go up by 4 or 5 and keep it rolling here early in this second set. Oros keeps it alive. Bob Jones able to reset. A swing from Gaston goes right over the net and finds the campfire for the Bruins point. Reed setting Walker, hits it middle. Good kill. LeMaster and Eason checking in for Scott and Carpenter.
You don't often see Walker hit out of the middle, but she did there and got the kill.
Maybe that'll be one of the adjustments the Wildcats make going forward here against Bob Jones. Big swing off the hands of Oros out of bounds. It was Emma Riddle putting a pepper on that one. Catherine Ring back in for Walker. Tonight Scott back in for Eason. It'll be Laura Gaston now to serve. Again, both teams have switched sides. The Bruins on the right side of your screen, Wildcats on the left. And that one just wide. Good eye there from Tanai Scott, letting that one go. Emily Ahrens checking in for Walker. It'll be Ahrens to serve. Oros able to play that one. The set looking for Scott. One hands it. Gets the kill.
Scott kind of had a grimace on her face as she was running up to take that one because she knew she was going to have to kind of make something up, but it worked for her.
Now, forcing the plate on the line. They go right back to Scott. Diving for it, the good
work,
dig
Beaver.
from, it was Beaver, yep, you're right, Chuck. Diving for it is Ahrens now for the Wildcats. Big swing lining them. They get the tip, and that one out of bounds. Wildcats point.
Nice hustle there from Johnson and Wells. Coach Phillips wanted 4 hits a time before. They get the ball out anyway.
Bruins timeout. Wildcats up 8-3, second set.
Hey, Wildcat fans, don't forget to connect with your Wildcats on social media. We are on Instagram and Twitter at JWU Athletics CLT. Once again, on Instagram and
So we're back out of the timeout here. Wildcats up 8-3 in this second set. Bob Jones leads 1-0. Coming out of the Bob Jones timeout, we'll have Emily Ahrens back to serve.
Good save with the quick block from the master and Scott. Just a stone wall, and Demai Scott tips it up and over. Muckenschneib on the attack. Aaron's got a hand on it. Wildcats unable to get to it.
You got to wonder what Coach Denny's message was in the timeout. Is the Bob Jones operation has just been a little bit off here in the second set so far.
And, the matrix-like move from Tanai Scott. Lets it go right by. That's 7 service errors?
Yeah, 6, 7, something like that.
Because they had the 3 back-to-back-to-back to end the first set. Or was it 4? And then they had 3 here in this one. A set from Patisol on the run. Ring getting it right by Ahrens.
Ring likes that kind of running, one-handed, quick swing and put it down. That's her go-to move right there. She's very effective at it.
Glaze to serve. Off the net. Getting to it was Reed originally, and Scott couldn't play it across. It's a good effort, but it falls to the floor. Bruins now cut the lead to 3. 9-6. Glaze again back to serve. In the net. I mean, if Bob Jones ends up losing this one, all those bad serves, that's going to be why. Carpenter sends it across for the Wildcats. Ring tips it up. Trying to catch him off guard, but Beaver goes right back at him, and the Bruins get the point.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats, between sets there, and the stats are very much skewed in Bob Jones' favor in most categories, as you would expect from a team that's 20 games over 500. But service errors, they have 156. Their opponent's only 158.
Reed sets tonight, Scott. One-handed stab from Walker, can't get it across the net.
So it looks like the Bruins do give away some free points off the serve every now and again.
Taylor Walker back in for Ahrens. Luana Reed back to serve. Laura Gaston on the attack. Wildcats reset. They go to Walker, and it's Walker who digs it up for the Bruins. Quickly put down. It was Taylor Walker and Tanaya Scott.
Beaver had to go at a very, very extreme angle there, and she had no other choice but to hit it directly into the block. Scott in favor.
A short hopper for Gaston off the hands of Walker. Reed was diving for it.
I think the Wildcats got a little unlucky there because Reed would have got that ball up if Walker hadn't taken it right off her hands.
And Riddle back in. That's Patisol with the serve. Good set for Tanaya Scott. Easy kill there. Wide open middle of the floor. Riley Oros checking in for Favor.
We haven't seen a nod here in this second set. Her serving was the one that kind of got Bob Jones even there in the first.
They go to Beaver off the block. Running for it is Carpenter. It falls out of bounds off the Wildcats' hands. It'll be Beaver now to serve. Short set off the hands of Carpenter, out of bounds. Bruins back within 3. They set Tanaya Scott cross court through the block. Gets the kill. So 2 good swings here from Tanaya Scott midway through the second set. She'll head off for Tiana Eason. LeMaster checks in as well. Eason to serve. On the swing is Glaze. Demai Scott's there. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Good swing from Walker. That one put down the line and in. It was Victoria Glaze. And they're going to give it to the Wildcats. It went behind the antenna.
It was very close. I don't know if it grazed the antenna or if it hit the net.
We can't tell from our angle.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
We're the last people to be able to tell.
Yep.
Officials confer with the line judge, and they give it to the Wildcats. So Johnson Wells will take it now up 15-10.
Big point. Oros couldn't get to it in time. It'll be a kill for Beaver. Tanaya Scott back in. Catherine Ring and number 6 Hannah Prince seeing the court the first time here tonight. Checks in for the Bruins. She'll be back to serve. Reed the set for Walker through the block. That's a kill. Emily Aarons will check in for.
Kelly, have you had your flu shot yet to this season?
I never get flu shots, Chuck. They literally inject you with the flu, so you become immune to it.
Yeah, I get it.
And Aarons gives a freebie away.
Want to make sure everybody stays healthy.
Mukenschnabel checking in for Riddle. And she'll be back to serve. Sends that one. Tanaya Scott had to play it. And Demai Scott winds one up. Oros is there. Wildcats will try again. LeMaster able to get it across. A one-handed stab from Patisol put it in play, but no other Bruin there to play it up.
Ring make a diving attempt at it, just couldn't quite get it.
Favor back in for Oros. Demai Scott set to serve. Wildcats up 17-12 midway through this second set. That serve is long. So Wildcats, couple service errors here in this set.
Maybe there is some kind of breeze blowing down that end of the gym. Balls are sailing way long down that way.
Glaze with the serve, received from Scott. Reed able to get to it. And the hit from Aarons. And the better save there from the Bruins kept it alive.
I think that was Beaver that got to that one at the end of the day.
And put down by LeMaster.
Nice anticipation by Izzy.
Yeah.
As that ball came out of the back and she was right there.
Natalie Carpenter will check in for, and here we go, Brittany Anand back in, staying the court for the first time in the second set. She led a good run in the first set for the Bruins, who went on to take the first set 25-22. Wildcats in the net. They're able to get it across. Big swing. Demai Scott able to get to it. They look across for Favor. Diving for it. Quickly put down from Tanaya Scott.
Beautiful, beautiful play from the Wildcats. Everybody contributing.
Carpenter to serve. The short set for Ring. Too far. And number 11, Jamie Grimes, will check in for Victoria Glaze. This is Grimes' first time on the court tonight. Wildcats lead by 7, trying to close out this second set and even at 1 set all. Oh, it falls in. Carpenter let it go.
That was Ring again. That time she shortened it up just enough to get it in between the free throw lane and the end line of the volleyball court.
It'll be Selena Walker now to serve for the Bruins. Receive from Aarons. Reed runs the set to Nia Scott. Beaver, a big swing, and that's out of bounds. And they're going to call the tip. Not sure. Carpenter was really the only one in the vicinity. And they say she might have grazed it. So Bruins stay within 5 now. Walker again back to serve. On a Favor. Diving for it was Grimes. Big swing again. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Demai Scott able to get up, and a big block from Tanaya Scott.
Ring and then Anand both tried, but Scott right there. Tanaya seems to be sensing everything so well tonight, anticipating what's coming before it happens.
Taylor Walker back in for Aarons. Reed with the serve. Good one, had to force Grimes into playing it at the last second. Demai Scott setting Walker. Didn't cross the net, 4 hits. Laura Gasson, Emma Riddle back in for Mugenschnabel, and it'll be Anand. And this is about the same point Anand went on her run in the first set to bring Bob Jones back and eventually take the lead. And that set, too far out the reach of Favor. Carpenter able to receive. They set Walker off the tip. Wildcats get it right back, and too far out of bounds. Walker tried to give it another hit, and we're going to get a Wildcat timeout. Wildcats have lost their big lead. They still lead, but only by 3. 21-18. We'll be back here in a minute.
So we're back out of the timeout. 21-18 Johnson and Wales. Anand trying to serve the Bruins back into this one.
Reed short set for Tanaya Scott.
Nice work there. Reed gave Tanaya the short set. Tanaya saw the opening in the back line of the Bruins, and she put it away.
Riley Oros checking in for Favor. Oros back to serve. The set for Beaver. Carpenter there, off the hands of Oros. Bruins get the point. Number 7, Abby Plew, checking in for Jamie Grimes. So Plew seeing her first action here in the end of the second set. It'll be Brooke Beaver serve that one. They set Scott, played middle. On the run is Gaston. They go back to Walker, a big swing off the net, quickly put back from Scott. Bruins, good defense. Beaver tips it up and over. Oros having to run to it, too far for Walker to get to. So Bruins closing the gap point by point.
Wildcats need to get a good bump set and kill here. Get the side out.
From the back line, Beaver, a swing. Addo, we have one line judge call out, one call in. The up ref gives the Wildcats the point. Eason and Lemaster checking in. Eason to serve. Wildcats 2 points away from tying it up, one set all. And before that, we'll get a Bruins timeout.
All right, so we're back out of the timeout. Bob Jones has used both their timeouts for this set, 23-20 Wildcats.
Tiana Eason set to serve. Left side of your screen, sends that one over. A short set off the net, falls to the floor. Gaston will get the kill. So Ring and Prince checking in for the Bruins tonight. Scott back in for the Wildcats. Hanging on to that 2-point lead, trying to close out this second set. Prince with the serve. Scott receives. Tonight Scott looking for the back line. Off the block, able to save it. I don't know how they got that one. And a big swing. Scott puts it in the corner, diving for it. Tipped over at the net, and the Bruins get the point.
I don't know if ball got saved 2 or 3 times where I don't know how it happened. Both teams just hustle all over the place.
Prince again with the serve, same side to Scott. Reed gets to it. Oros bumps it over. Short set for Ring. Reed is there. The putback, the one-handed stab from Tanaya Scott. They look for Plew off the block. Reed plays it up. Oros sets Big Country, tipped up and over. Now they go back to Plew. Quickly blocked. Bruins will reset. Middle of the floor is Reed. Another good rally here. Pushed over from Scott. They set Riddle off the block out of bounds. Another Bruins point. And we're tied 23 all. We're going to get a Wildcats timeout.
So both teams getting ready to break their huddles. 23 all here, second set. Bob Jones up 1-0.
Wildcats need to get the side out. It'll be Prince to serve, right side of your screen for the Bruins. Reed sets Walker off the block, out of bounds. Wildcats point. Aarons will check in for Walker. The other Walker for the Bruins will check in for Prince. Aarons to serve. Set point opportunity here for the Wildcats. Sends it short. Played up by Walker. Aarons able to get to it. Reed looks across for Demias Scott. Put down. And it's back tied, 24 all. Mugenschnabel will check in for Riddle.
We'll get some extra volleyball here. Must win by 2.
So Mugenschnabel to serve, right side of your screen for the Bruins, tied 24 all. Got to win by 2. Short set for Lemaster. And a big swing. It caught the hand of Mugenschnabel. That one may have gone out, but we'll never know.
It's going to be very, very close.
On a favor back in for Oros. Demias Scott back to serve. Another set point here for the Wildcats. The short set for Ring. Put down by Lemaster. Wildcats take the second set, 26-24. That knots it up at 1-1.
We'll be back in 3 minutes with set number 3. All right, we're back here ready for set number 3. Tie 1 set apiece of this one. A couple of exciting down to the wire set so far. So we'll see how this one goes. I think this is a big set coming up here for either side. You want to go up 2-1 and then have a chance to close it out in the fourth rather than having to try and fight back and win the fourth and win the fifth.
All right, so both teams have switched side. Wildcats right side of your screen. Natalie Carpenter with the serve. Big swing from Beaver, right behind Aarons. The Bruins get the first point of this third set. We're tied 1-1 here at the Wildcat Center gym. Demai Scott. They look across for Glaze, off the block. Trying to keep it alive was Reed, but it goes out of bounds.
So Bob Jones inches ahead here, and the first time in either of the first two sets. Johnson Wells ran off the first few points of those.
The serve from Beaver. Short set for Tanai Scott. They look for Gaston. Carpenter's there. Reed trying to catch him off guard. She does.
Nice action there by Moana. She just puts it over the net right on the line. Right where the sideline meets the attack line.
Taylor Walker in for Aarons. Moana Reed back to serve. Short set for Gaston goes right between Walker and Reed. Cross court hit there. And Bruins up 3-1. It'll be Walker for the Bruins back to serve. Short one received from Scott. They set Big Country. Oh, good hand coordination there from Ring. The save, Scott puts it right at Walker. And Ring goes right back to it. Demai Scott there this time. She'll play it over.
Miscommunication between her and Favor.
And bumped up from Scott right on the line. Got to play it. The rally continues. But it'll be a Bruins point. On that hit from Scott and Favor, they literally looked at each other in a split second and then decided, oh, you know, Demai Scott, you take it. Yeah. All right, ball was coming down. They look at each other, and then it's like, oh, crap, I'll just take it. So Reed sets Favor. And on the attack is Glaze. Right at the net. Played up by Glaze and comes right back down for Ring to get a hit on it. Tonight Scott gets out of the way of Reed, and she's able to set Favor, who paints the back line.
Boy, both Beaver and Walker looked like that was going to be easily out, and it was easily in.
Riley Oros in for Favor. Short set. Wildcats with it now. Reed looks to Demai Scott. Didn't clear the net. Mukenschnabel will check in for Riddle. And she'll be back to serve. Oros receives Reed. Sets Tanai. Scott reaches back for it. They look across for Glaze. Carpenter's there. Oros couldn't get the other hand on it. Now Bruins with a nice 4-point lead to open up this third set.
So the Wildcats are going to have to play from behind now. See how they navigate that.
Serve right on the line. Walker got a swing on it, but the block from Ring and Anand. Mukenschnabel again to serve. Reed this time goes to Demai Scott. That one didn't clear the net again. Wildcats struggling to find offense here. Beginning of this third set. It's tough to play behind against a really good Bob Jones team.
Just looking at the schedule, this is the first time Bob Jones has dropped a set in exactly a month. September 24th, they lost to Converse 3-2. They've been on a 10-match win streak since then.
That one looked like it was heading out of bounds. Walker kept it in play. And now 3 Wildcats in the vicinity. Not one of them could get to it. We'll get a timeout from the Wildcats and be back with you in a minute.
So back here with the Bruins up 9-2 here in this third set as they've come out quickly. Jumped on top of Johnson and Wales here. Wildcats are going to look to climb back into this one, get a side out here, and get it started.
Mukenschnabel set the serve. Gets us back in play. Reed sets Tanai Scott. The big swing and the kill.
We need a big point. Go to number 2. Tanaya, senior from Waldorf, Maryland.
Eason and LeMaster check in. It'll be Eason back to serve. That one floats a little bit. Walker plays it. Big swing from Glaze off the hands of Oros. Bruins up by 7. Tanai Scott will come back in. It'll be Glaze with the serve. Getting to it is Walker and off the wall. So another Bruins ace.
Oris did a good job even to get a couple hands on it. The Wildcats couldn't corral it from there.
Glaze another good serve. This time Oros receives. Scott fell down. And Demai Scott has to get to it. She can't clear it. Wildcats struggling here in this third set, down by 9. Co-captain Moana Reed trying to get the team, get their heads in the game. Reed sets Demai Scott. Short set for Ring. Demai Scott was there. Trying to go quick. Wildcats play it back over. They look across for Beaver. A big swing off the hands of Scott. That one looked like it was heading out of bounds, but Scott got a hand on it.
I think the swing by Beaver forced Anaya to make some kind of play on it because she couldn't guarantee that it was going to be out. So nice work by Beaver there to get the point.
Glaze another serve. This time Tanai Scott receives. Short set for Walker. A big swing. Mukenschnabel is there. They go back to Demai Scott. Oh, what a diving save from Ring. Oh, and they get rewarded with the point. Wow.
Bruins working hard for that one. I think at one point there was more Bruins on the floor than there were standing up.
What a great point
and
there.
Walker finished it off from the libero position. Rare kill for her.
Reed sets Scott, looking for the far corner. Glaze is there. They look to set Beaver. The big swing. Quickly put back off the hands of Reed. Bumped over from Scott. Again, the runner from Ring. This time Moana Reed able to get to it. Diving for it is Oro. Slapped over quickly by Reed. Another good rally. Ring trying to put it down. Demaya Scott's there. They set Big Country right at the net. Bruins with it now. Scott in the corner. Reed sets Demaya Scott off the block, out of bounds. Wildcats win the point on the long rally.
Let's see if that puts a charge into the Wildcats here, as they worked hard to get that point, making it pay off.
It might put a charge into them, but it took a lot of battery out of me. That was a long call right there. The swing from Ring. Oro's got her hands on it. It falls to the floor. And don't look now, Chuck, but I think we might have a bird sighting in the comments. Is that a Stephen Bird commenting a happy birthday to Haley Franklin?
You never know who's going to show up in the old YouTube comments.
You never know. And that's Hannah Prince with the serve. Demaya Scott got a hand on it. They go across for Beaver. The big swing cross court. Scott able to get to it. Reed trying to catch him off guard. Rising up quickly was Gaston. Short set for LeMaster. The swing from Beaver. Diving for it. Just out of the reach of Aarons. Has some great rallies here. So Gaston ran off the bench like she was about to check in. Riddle. And she walks back. Prince with the serve, and that one just out of bounds. Wildcats get a freebie. Much needed freebie as you're down by 11.
So that's the first one of the set so far for Bob Jones after handing them out like candy in the first couple. They really tightened that part of their game up.
It is. We're getting closer to Halloween.
And we are getting close to Halloween. You're very true there, Kelly.
We're going to get Wildcat in the net. It was LeMaster. I believe she got her shoulder just into the net. Riddle will check in for Muka Schnabel. It'll be a non back to serve.
You have your costume picked out for Halloween yet?
I don't even know what day it is, Chuck. I don't even know when Halloween is. Got so much going on. Favor a big swing off the hands of Scott. Racing for it was Scott. Good hustle. Award the effort, but couldn't get there in time.
Halloween is next Wednesday, selection show day for the Volleyball National Tournament. So before you head out to trick or treat, tune into the USCAA YouTube page and watch the selection show.
Good tip there from LeMaster. It was a better dig from Beaver. A big swing again. Bruins will reset. Reed looks across for Favor. Able to get it and clear it from Walker. Favor will try again. That one too much on it. Wildcats looking for a tip, and they're not going to get it.
We're still waiting on a notification from the USCAA as to what time the selection show will be, and my guess would usually be somewhere in the 5 o'clock hour.
And it quickly put down. It was Lord Gaston. Bruins running away with this third set. They lead 20-5.
So Wildcats just need to get again, it's the side out here. Taking 1 point at a time.
Reed, the one-handed set. Gaston the swing, out of bounds. Bruins point.
Favor, or block attempt goes off the antenna.
Yeah, if you're the Wildcats, this one looks a little bit out of reach, but if you start getting in rhythm as you head into the fourth set, it's not over yet. You still got another set, stay alive. Wow, what a dig.
Wildcats going to get the point as Bob Jones is in the net.
Yeah, it was a great effort. It was Beaver diving for it. The one-handed save.
Definitely can't fault the effort on Beaver's part.
But yeah, if you're going to lose the set, go out swinging, come back in the fourth, and tie it up again, force a fifth. Aarons with a good play. The big swing from Beaver off the, looked like the shoulder of Scott, and Aarons able to play it over. They go across to Beaver, the big swing, another kill. Beaver to serve. 22-6, 3 points away from us going to a fourth set with the Bruins lead. Gaston winds one up. Aaron's diving for it. They look for favor, a big swing. Good angle from Gaston, able to get it across. Short set for Riddle, middle of the court. Carpenter's there. Now it's Scott, Reed. Going back to favor, off the block, diving for it is Tanaya Scott. The quick block, Wildcats will try again. They look across for Glaze. On the line, a dig from Carpenter. Bumped over from Scott. Swing from Gaston. The rally continues, but Reed catches him off guard.
Well, we've definitely seen some of the longest rallies of the season tonight. I can't remember anything close to some of these rallies.
Taylor Walker checking in for Aaron's. Moana Reed back to serve. Wildcats look gassed.
I think I'm gassed.
I'm about to say, Trey, you might have to give the play-by-play on the fifth set.
Just wide there for Carpenter. But as you said, Kelly, the Wildcats aren't going down without a fight. They may not have enough to finish off this third set, but
so Ring checks in.
They've definitely elevated their level of play from 5 or 10 minutes ago.
And a quick put down from Ring, gets the Bruins a set point here. This is about how the first matchup went between Bruins and the Wildcats. And that'll do it. Zips by Scott, and Demai Scott not on the same page. Bruins take this third set 25-7. Both teams will switch sides. We'll be back here in 3 minutes with a fourth set.
And we are back, ready to go here with set number 4. Bob Jones up 2-1 over Johnson and Wales. Teams once again switch sides of the court. We'll get this one rolling momentarily as they check the lineups. Walker checks in for Ring. It's been a good one so far. Hope everyone tuning in, both Wildcat fans and Bruin fans, have enjoyed this one. We've definitely enjoyed bringing you the action.
So both teams switch sides. Wildcats left side of your screen, Bruins right side of your screen. Lineups are set. And Bruins with Selena Walker will get this fourth set underway. So it was a good first 2 sets. That third one, not too good for the Wildcats. We'll see how they answer here in the fourth. Walker gets us in play. Short set for tonight. Scott coming out swinging, but just a little bit too wide on that hit. They had the good setup there. The hit just a little bit to the right.
They ran their offense just like they wanted to.
Reed going to favor this time off the tip. Beaver, good swing, but the block is out of bounds. Walker again with the serve. Aarons receives. Reed sets favor, this time on the right side. Mokenschnabel able to get it across. They go back to favor, and that's 4 hits. Wildcats find themselves in a 3-0 hole to open up this 4th set.
Johnson Wales needs to get a side out right now. Can't afford to go down big to start this 4th set like they did in the 3rd.
Reed sets favor, it falls. They're going to call it. Well, it's Wildcats point, but I'm not sure. I couldn't see where I was standing.
It landed just out of bounds.
Yeah. I thought it landed in. I couldn't tell.
Walker checks in for Aarons.
Maybe Reed back to serve. Good set for Gaston. Diving for it was Walker. And Reed and Walker both collide a little bit, and they both get up okay. Emma Riddle checking in for Mokenschnabel. It'll be Anand back to serve. Reed sets favor, tips it over. Walker got a hand on it. And now Gaston has to play it over. At the net. Couldn't get to it, was favor. Bruins playing like they did in that 3rd set. Diving for it is Carpenter. And then Scott plays it over. Bruins with it now. They set Beaver off the block. Reed right behind him to clean it up. And tonight, Scott, a much needed kill for the Wildcats.
Nice job there by Tanaya. Surveying the court, found the empty spot.
Oros checking in for favor. Oros now to serve. And it's a freebie for the Bruins.
Definitely can't afford to give up those when you're down.
And Scott couldn't get that one over the net. Scott's kind of struggled here in past 2 sets. I think that's the 4th time she hasn't been able to get it across the net. Serve from Beaver. Wildcats on the attack now as Walker can't clear it. It's almost like the Wildcats don't have their legs under them. Really not getting much jump.
As we said, it's the third match in 4 nights, so that very well could be the case. A lot of long rallies in this one.
You're right. And Ora somehow got that one back over. They set Gaston, puts her right in front of Carpenter on that line.
But you think you don't do a lot of running in volleyball, but you do a lot more than what you might anticipate.
They said Demaya Scott off the block. There is a good swing that time from Demaya Scott.
Very nice work there from Scott. You're right, Kelly. Got her feet under her, rose up, good swing, and put that one away.
Eason and LeMaster check in. Eason now to serve. That one played up high in the sky, and that one's behind the antenna. Wildcats point.
It's a couple in a row here for the Wildcats.
Eason again. Played up from Walker. Beaver puts a hand on it. Eason. Walker. The short set for Big Country. The block couldn't get to it was LeMaster. Another Bob Jones point. Tanai Scott will check right back in. And Bob Jones will get Catherine Ring in as well. She'll replace Walker, and it'll be Gaston back to serve, right side of your screen for the Bruins. And that's an ace. Cats down by 7, 11-4 to start this 4th set.
The 28th ace on the season for Gaston.
Reed gets to it, played over from LeMaster. Swing from Glaze, didn't clear the net. Aarons will check back in for Walker. She'll be back to serve.
See if the Wildcats can put together a couple points in a row here. Try and creep back into this one.
A short set for Riddle. She's able to put it down through the block. Mugenschnabel set the check in for Riddle.
LeMaster was there. She kind of caught it on the way down, and the ball kind of rolled off her hand and onto the Wildcat side of the net.
It's a good block from Reed on Ring. Ball in the back line. Eventually played over from Scott, right back to her. Bruins with it now. They set Ring on the run. That's her spot. And she gets the kill. Mugenschnabel again. Back to serve. Bruins up 13-5. Make it 13-6 after that bad serve. On a favor will check in for Oros.
Wildcats will take that.
Demaya Scott back to serve.
Need points any way you can get them at this juncture.
Again, the running hit. Scott was there, just couldn't get it cleanly. Scott knew it was coming, was in the right spot. Prince back in. She'll replace Glaze. It'll be Prince to serve. Walker for the Bruins back in as well. Bruins trying to sweep the Wildcats on the season, and they look like they're on the way to doing that after the Prince ace. That set just not there for the Wildcats. They're down by 10 now. The deficit continues to grow. Reed trying to catch him off guard, and they do. Off the hands of Mukenschnabel, out of bounds. Carpenter in for Lemaster.
Coach Denny not happy with Anand, asking her where she was going. She should have been there to take that ball in that play.
And a big put down there from out of Favor.
Favor got the overpass from the Bruins and knew what to do with it. So a couple points here for the Wildcats, showing some signs of life.
Beaver winds one up, puts it right by Carpenter, who dove for it.
So the Bruins smartly go to their big gun in Beaver.
Riddle in the game. It'll be Walker back to serve. Reed plays it up. Favor puts it over. On the run is Gaston. Gets it right by Scott and puts it right in front of Aarons for the kill. We're going to get a Wildcats timeout. They got their work cut out for them. Down by 10, trying to force a fifth set. We'll be back here in a minute.
And we're back out of the timeout with Bob Jones up by 10 here in set number 4, 18-8, and they're up 2-1 in the match. Coach Phillips didn't keep the Wildcats in the timeout long. I think she got her point across and made it pretty direct. See if the Wildcats can climb back into this one.
Walker sends it. Reed tips it across. Aarons plays it up. Reed goes across for Favor. Couldn't get it over the net. As Bob Jones goes up by 11. Walker remains at serve. The short one. Carpenter comes up. Tanai Scott puts it down.
Yeah,
Taylor
Tanaya's
Walker
not
back
going
in
to
for
quit.
Aarons.
She's going to play to the bitter end.
Moana Reed with the serve. Anand sets Gaston. Wildcats were ready for it. And now Big Country puts it down. Gets it through the block out of bounds. Wildcats single-digit deficit now. Point by point.
Just got to go one at a time. That's exactly right.
Work your way back into it. And now Beaver trying to answer right back. The quick block from Country, but it'll be 4 hits as it didn't go over the net. Wildcats kind of just hanging around here, hanging around. Only down by 8 now. And an ace from Moana Reed breathes new life into the Wildcats. It's going to force a Bob Jones timeout. Wildcats crawling back into this one. They're still down 19-12. We'll be back here in a minute.
All right, so out the Bob Jones timeout as Wildcats on a 4-1 run out of their timeout to cut it to 7, 19-12.
Alana Reed gets us back in play. The set from Anand. They go right to Beaver, their best hitter. Good dig from Demai Scott. And Walker can't clear it over the net. So Bob Jones gets the point coming out of the timeout. Riddle checking in for Mukenschnabel. It will be Anand back to serve. Short set for Tanai Scott. Quickly put down. Riley Oros will check in for Favor. Right at the net. Somehow save it, and Walker can't get it over the net for the Bruins as Wildcats close the gap.
Anand did everything she could to keep that ball up. She had to push it so far back. Nothing that.
Good serve from Oros. They go to Beaver off the tip. Oros sets big country. They block it. Wildcats go right back with Demaya Scott. And it's a point. Wildcats hanging around here in this fourth set, trying to go to 5.
Crowd's starting to sense it a little bit too. The momentum is shifting. Old Mo switching sides.
Change up serve from Oros, getting to it as a nod. Swing from Gaston. Carpenter and Oros can't get to it.
Sorely needed kill there for Gaston for Bob Jones.
Abby Plew checking in for Prince. It will be Beaver back to serve, right side of your screen. And a freebie, the Wildcats will gladly take it. Eason and Lemaster check in. So it looked like it. The Wildcats were dead in the water about 10 points ago. And here they are only down by 5 as Gaston trying to get the Bruins to close out the Wildcats. She gets it through the block. They go back up by 6. They're only 3 points away now from taking the match. It'll be Gaston to serve. Receive from Oros. One-handed set from Reed. Not enough on it for Walker to get to it. And now just 2 points away for the Bruins. Scott plays it up, Reed. And Scott clear it. Short set for Ring. Scott is there right at the net. Ring goes right back. Tipped up from Reed. And she able to clear it. Anand sets Plew. Diving forward is Scott. Great dig and great hustle. They clear it. Bruins go right back. Quickly put down from Ring.
The Wildcats doesn't look like they're going to come out on the good end of this one, but they have definitely not gone down without a fight.
That looked to be the explanation point there from Catherine Ring. She got all she could on that one. And it'll be Gaston. Match point here for the Bruins. Off the hands of Reed. Kept in play by Walker. Oros gets it across. Bruins. This is it. Blocked right back from the master. Big swing from Beaver. Oros got a hand on it. Cleared from Lemaster and out of bounds. That'll do it here at the Wildcats Center. Wildcats will fall to Bob Jones. 3-1. It was a good match, better than the first time these two teams faced off. But Wildcats get swept on the season by Bob Jones.
Yeah, that'll about wrap it up from here. Just a reminder, we'll be on the air 12 o'clock on Saturday, video only for volleyball, and then 1 o'clock full coverage from soccer. So for Kelly Turner, I'm Chuck Charles signing off for then. Have a good night.